All that you basically are pretty critical of the current Indian government, and you seem to also be, at the very least, it seems like you have like a healthy skepticism to the popular narratives in India. What is the propaganda machine kind of like in India, right? Like I don't know anything about how the censorship on your internet works. You know what I mean? Like I don't know anything about what the like dominant party's ideology necessarily even is. Have heard that the current leader is very much anti-Muslim, but I don't know that much more. Is there anything you can expand on there? Like, how do these narratives that you're mentioning, how do they actually gain all of this recognition, right? Is it just like mainstream, the mainstream Indian media is controlled by government, or how does it, what are the factions here?
I wouldn't say it's outright controlled by the government,
Mm-hmm.
but for example, there was a recent case that's kind of disturbing almost, where like a journalist was found in a septic tank for being critical of a contractor that was politically taking money and like doing the government's work, and
Right.
there was some corruption involved, and because he exposed them, he was found dead.
Do
So
you
yeah,
remember his name?
that's probably the highest reward that you can get.
Do you remember the
Uh,
name?
Hold up, let me just
You're
look it
good.
up right now. Hold up.
Mukesh Chandrakar.
Mukesh Chandrakar. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Understood. Yeah, we don't have to go super deep into that specifically, but yeah, sorry, continue with your thought. I was just curious because
yeah.
this shit always fascinates me.
Yep.
When they start resorting to violence, bro, that's how you know. That's literally the CIA's reward for good journalism, dude. You get a bullet in the back of your head, bro. Um,
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah,
That's the highest reward that you can get
yeah.
as a journalist.
Honors, dude. Distinction with honors. Anyway, sorry. Continue. You were. It seemed like you were on
Yeah,
a good path there.
yeah. No, I mentioned this because it was kind of disturbing. I received this news just this morning,
I see.
so like that was kind of like on my mind right now. But apart from that, like I will say that like it's exactly how like misinformation is spread in the US right now from the Trump's camp, but on steroids. So like there are literal IT cells that are paid to make like 50 or 1,000 posts uh, that are blatant propaganda, like straight up lies. This is like talking about how Modi is the god of the Indian like government right now, and how he can never do anything wrong, and like they will compare him to extremely old ideals of India that were popular back in like the golden age or whatever, when they were like royal kings and everywhere in India.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets compared to like a lot of like I would consider them a little bit authoritarian, but like yeah, for them it's like a piece of pride that somebody is extremely brutalistic.
I
And
see. When you
uh,
said what were the
yeah,
names you gave them?
so like this
Cells?
is just
Cells? Sorry. What did you call these?
IT cells.
You
Yeah,
said.
BJP IT cells.
Oh, what the fuck does that mean? I I see.
Uh, yeah, I understand. So BJP is just like the name of the party, incumbent party,
Okay. Okay.
and IT cells is like these cells are they just hire random people who are simply supposed to go on WhatsApp, and
Yeah.
they have to be on these like large WhatsApp or Telegram groups where they just forward these completely like misinformed posts that are like like tied to conspiracy theories. For example, like there are conspiracy theories against Muslims, that they're trying to replace the Hindu population and they're going to like turn India into a Muslim country and shit. Like that, it's just hate propaganda outright.
Yeah.
And that obviously you've probably seen the post on Instagram, I mean Facebook, where extremely supposed everything is supposed to be extremely inflammatory. It would be blatantly like false, most of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like the IT cells and shit. Like these
Yeah.
people are
I
paid for
we're saying
pure misinformation.
IT cells, right? So it's like Internet of Things cells. Is that what it is, or like basically they just use the internet to glaze to prop up the existing government? Is that what basically it is?
Yep.
And they're
Let
paid
me
by
look
the
up an
government.
article for this.
They're paid by the government, or it's like
Yeah.
okay, okay. Because in China, that's called I think the
That's why it's
50
called a
cent army.
BJP IT cell. So technically, they're supposed to be people who, like, let's say, manage like the social media, or like they do the like whatever is required as in online like messaging for the party. So like IT cell is like an official term,
Yeah.
but really what they are doing is just like propaganda. So
Yeah.
like IT cell inherently isn't a bad thing. It's just like a front for like the worst possible things that they can possibly do.
Yeah, so in Israel it would be Hezbollah. In China we call it the 50 Cent Army, I guess. I don't know what
Oh, okay.
a name would be for the United States, to be honest. Um, but yeah, the idea of people
I would
paid
say it's Russian propaganda mostly.
Russian. Yeah, I was gonna say Russian. Yeah, Russian bot farms or whatever the fuck. But there's also what you were talking about. They're trying to basically equate Modi to a like to almost have like divine blood, or like to basically be kind of connected to past authoritarian figures in India, to like connect him to the
Yeah, as in like he's a very like he's a visionary. He's
yeah,
changing India for the better, and most of it is because his like rhetoric. He
yeah,
recently he started to speak outright like actual Hindu propaganda, but most of the time it's just dog whistles.
yeah,
But like his goons or like the people that like work in individual states, like there is a state called Uttar Pradesh, like has had a minister called Yogi Adityanath, and this guy was blatantly like spreading misinformation and Hindu propaganda. As in, like he was straight up talking about how Muslim people like groom Hindu women into marriages and then force convert them. It's called love jihad, and it's like they were illegalizing marriages between Hindus and Muslims,
hmm
and this was like outright fascistic in some states.
yeah,
So yeah, like Modi himself wouldn't say it. That's why, like, whenever you talk to like a Hindu nationalist, they would always do the thing that like, oh, he's not a Hindu nationalist, and why? Because he did not outright say that I'm a Hindu nationalist. So,
yeah.
yeah, like, obviously,
They're
I'll,
playing dumb, basically.
it's not that you can never, yeah, you cannot like, can you not like, even let's say you're trying to say that I'm reaching, that's fine, but he is advocating for policies. For example, he advocated for a policy that allows a mosque to be broken down and a temple to be built if there is any evidence in the past 100 or 150 years that there was a temple in the vicinity. So that's a weird law, I guess. Like,
I see.
it doesn't personally affect me. I'm like an atheist, but like again, it's kind of fascistic.
You're right. No, yeah, I get you.